I'm Dan Piachek with Old Blood Noise Endeavors. We're here to talk about a couple new pedals we've got, the Visitor and the Fault V2. So I guess we'll start with Visitor. Basically, Visitor is a parallel multi-modulation. So you have a primary modulation where you can choose between tremolo, chorus, or phaser. You can set the rate and depth of that modulation with 2 different knobs. And then you got a secondary modulation, which can either be tremolo or chorus, and that's introduced with a single knob just labeled secondary. And basically, as you turn that up, you're going to turn the volume up on the secondary modulation, as well as the rate and depth of that modulation, and also a delay offset. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on now. We'll start with a phaser. So should have a slow, kind of deep phaser. I'll turn the regen all the way down right now. And now I'm going to introduce a tremolo. As I turn it up, you'll hear the delay time get a little longer. And you'll also notice that as the phaser is going up and down, the tremolo is getting faster and slower. And that's part of the fun of the Visitor, is that there's this push-pull of the primary and secondary modulations where the depth of the LFO of the primary is affecting the rate of the secondary. So they just interact in really interesting ways. And also, another way that they interact is by turning up the regeneration. We're basically turning up the feedback of the whole circuit. So we're taking the output of both primary and secondary, feeding that summed output back into the start of everything. So they're running in parallel, but by the time you introduce feedback, suddenly you've got these series interactions happening as well. So I'll go ahead and turn that up. Interesting textures by, let's go to a tremolo and we'll max out the depth, kind of do a medium rate, and do a secondary chorus. Then if I max out the mix, you're going to hear your dry signal kind of coming in and out, while this chorus delay thing is constantly happening after, with a bit of extra strange feedback on it too. So, yeah, there's just a lot of different we've also got the Fault V2 with us. So the Fault is our overdrive and distortion pedal. It's got a 3-band EQ, gain control, secondary gain that you can kick in with an extra foot switch. But for the new Fault V2, first off, the EQ is now on sliders, which is just a really fun tactile experience. And we've added a voice control that shapes the overall voice of the drive as it goes into the 3-band EQ, so kind of generally brighter, generally darker, and then you can set your lows, mids, and highs after that. There's also a boost switch, which changes the range of the gain 1 knob, and a crush switch, which adds an additional clipping stage right at the end of everything. So let's walk through some sounds real quick. We've got just kind of a mid-gain overdrive here, pretty neutral EQ. I'll move through the voice settings so you can hear how that affects it. Right around just above noon or so is kind of what the Fault, oh yeah, let's turn off the Visitor. Kind of where the Fault normally sits, but now with the V2 you can shape it to be darker, brighter. You can do really aggressive EQ with it. You can just huge mid boost or like a mega scoop. And just to show the boost range, I've got the gain 1 maxed, and I'm going to kick it up into even heavier distortion. And if we kick on the gain 2, you can see that it's from there. So this is just like hitting this, just taking the drive and just boosting it into these bigger centers, just clipping everything a bit more. And finally, we'll go ahead and flip the crush switch up. Sound. Again, to those really drastic yeah, there's a lot of versatility in there. And so the visitor is going to come out in March. It's going to come out March 5th, and then the Vault V2 will be April 2nd. So yeah, get excited.
Handshake. Loved handshake. One more time.
Yeah, cool stuff.
One more time. Perfect.
Love it.